It's Week 8 of the National Football League, and we've got C.J. Stroud. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Texans and the Ravens under the lights on Monday night.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Brandon, it's always nice when you get recognized with an individual award, and he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week, but when you do it in a win, so much the better.
Absolutely, and he was all talking about that win, not so much the award he received on Wednesday.
It's a nice-looking award. I wonder if he took it home, got out of the car, showed it off to the kids in the neighborhood, passed it around. What he did with it.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 21 carries, 99 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And now hang on here. Looks like we have an injured player. Yeah, Mark Andrews is in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. Taken from just outside the 30. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. Again on second down, it's Stroud. He gets this one to Mechie. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win. They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Jackson on 1st down. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time looked well for a solid gain.
And Dobbins is going to pick up a Ravens 1st down as he'll get this up to the 32.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Jackson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. A short one there, caught by Likely. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Texans' 46.
Throwing is Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
At the 27-yard line.
Now Jackson on second down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Will Anderson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
On 3rd down, Jackson buying time to his left. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Throwing now is Stroud. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And that flag accepted. Here's third and a few inches. To throw is Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. They go play action with Jackson. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 97 yards.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. The Texans at 3-4 on the year coming into play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. You look at this Baltimore defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Stroud on third down now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the 8, they've got it first and goal. Again, it's Stroud. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they'll see what they can do on third and goal. Stroud out of the gun here. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
as expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Charles, a nice play there, wasting no time making his presence felt for this defense.
And you know, we heard the same conversation around the league. A lot of people were surprised that he was available, and they let him go, and now he's going to make a big-time impact with his new squad.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Taken in at the 22. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Texans to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And they'll accept that penalty. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now they'll go play action here with Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down. And they get it easily. A gain of 5 on 4th and 1.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this Texans defense stands tall. But clearly that was a design play. I just don't know that it was the right design. Hey, your holder to have him pick it up and kind of be the power guy trying to run through the middle. Everything has to go right for that to work.
You mean you weren't relying on just great blocking to get him through? You kind of think maybe he can help make his own way if he's an actual running back instead of the holder? Yeah, I thought the same thing.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 2nd down, Eckler. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on the keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Throw caught by Flowers. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Jackson now. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Fielded at the 20. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
That's complete to Dell. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Meanwhile, Stroud's throw completed to Mechie. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Here goes Stroud again. On the screen, this is Eckler. And out of bounds right around the 20.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and 1, Stroud. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
And he returns this to the 22. The Ravens offense back out there. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Throwing is Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brandon Jones on the coverage.
Jackson. A quick throw there is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it. A shotgun snap to Stroud. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And that's been a back...
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Stroud will look to throw once more. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Stroud. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Here's Pierce. Is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they've got back to where they want to be, he'll trot out there for the next one.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt.
At their own 27-yard line.
To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
On the give, this is Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
the 27.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 34.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. Complete to Likely. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Texans' 13-yard line.
Here's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
He was defended by Garrett Stingley.
To throw is Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Zay Flowers. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are back within a score. So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points of the game, and they come here in this 3rd quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points and not really with a lot of hope. But with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Nifty move. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives... That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Houston. And even 40 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Stroud. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texans. John Mechie, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Ravens 7.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Zay Flowers and the Raven offense back onto the field. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
That's another Baltimore first down.
Jackson now. Throw caught by Flowers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Here's Jackson to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
2nd and 14 at the 40-yard line.
Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Texans will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Cooper will go in motion. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 16-yard line.
Second down throw now from Stroud. That is caught by Dell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. It's caught. Cooper. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Running on first down, Eckler able to fight through 1 tackle and taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Stroud. Caught left side by Mechie. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now hang on here, because following that play, it looks like Amari Cooper is in some distress. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Stroud now. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Stroud. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And Stroud now to throw. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Now 2nd and 3. Stroud to throw it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Into the hands of Patrick left side. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 18-yard line.
Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. And now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Yet again, targeting and fighting Mark Andrews. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Texans' 47-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And his throw here's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Stroud working out of the gun. Caught left side. Here's Dell. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
From the 38 now, here's second down at 7. It's Eckler again. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
At the 8-yard line.
Throwing now is Stroud. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are right back in this football game.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Now a first carry for their... And oh, he coughed it up! So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
Here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And now they're in the hurry-up.
4 yards on the pickup.
To throw is Jackson.
At the 47-yard line.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Jackson now. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
He was covered by Henry Toho.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down with ease as they'll wind up getting 9 there on 4th and 5. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. From the third team now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And Jackson throwing once more. That's complete, left side to Bateman. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and
Play
9.
action. It's Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans hands team recovers. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. Stroud on third down now. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted. It's spotted at the 14-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:16 remaining. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
A gain of 15 yards.
Now Jackson.
That's good for a Baltimore Ravens.
Connecting with Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
It's a gain of 21
Throwing.
yards.
Jackson.
That's good for a Baltimore Ravens.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Jackson to throw.
This offense has had its troubles moving the ball all night. So now you get in this situation, hard to imagine that suddenly they're going to start clicking and moving the ball downfield.
Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Jackson's pass intended for
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Here's Jackson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. This is 1st and 10. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Jackson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments. And anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Jackson will throw again. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.